In this video, you will learn everything you need about making successful explainer videos for your website landing pages in one easy-to-follow guide. I'm John, account strategist here at Spill. As an explainer video company, we've made hundreds of explainer videos for businesses big and small. And through this experience, we've painstakingly discovered what really works and, just as importantly, what doesn't. So stick around and I'll reveal the exact formula we use to create highly effective explainer videos, as well as some lesser known but key factors often overlooked by 90% of the people who go out to make them. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can get notified every time we post one of these videos. And let me know down in the comments section if you think an explainer video could help boost your marketing campaign. Yes or no? After watching the video, if you've any further questions about creating great explainer videos, don't hesitate to ask. I'll be checking the comments regularly and I'm more than happy to help.
Step 1. Your goals.
It's impossible to know what sort of explainer video will be right for you if you don't first define success by outlining what you want it to achieve. You should always aim to choose goals that are measurable so you can track the campaign's impact with tangible metrics. For instance, a goal for your explainer video could be something like increase inquiry levels from my website homepage by 25% by improving its conversion rate. Now on to step 2, your research. Realistically, if you're going to achieve your goal, you first need to understand why exactly you're already not achieving it. Using the example I've outlined in step 1, if the goal of your video is to improve your homepage conversion rate, you should start by asking why your conversion rate is not already great. The best way to find out is to perform customer research and take a look at your business from their perspective. Then shape your content around your findings. The two types of research are quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative is all about collecting hard data and metrics. Google Analytics and heat map tools like Crazy Egg and Lucky Orange are great for this. With Google Analytics, you can collect real-time data on your web pages. This includes important metrics such as the bounce rate for your landing page and its current conversion rates, which you can then look to measurably improve with your explainer video. In addition, you can learn where your target landing page's traffic is coming from and gain valuable insight into the types of content that will appeal to those visitors. For example, are most of them first-time visitors who are unfamiliar with your brand? Or are they repeat visitors? The content of your explainer video will differ depending on the answer. On to heat maps. These are color reports of how visitors interact with your website. Warmer colors usually signifying more activity and cooler colors less activity, like this one. They will help you design a more effective landing page for explainer video by providing real-time data on how visitors interact with it, helping you maximize the play rate of your video and ensure the text on the page is achieving its goal. Qualitative, on the other hand, is all about subjective data. The best way to perform this is through surveys. With helpful tools like SurveyMonkey and Qualaroo, you can ask existing customers and live website traffic questions that will help you meet their needs and achieve your goals in a video. Good examples of questions include, how did you first find out about us? What persuaded you to buy from us? What other options did you consider before purchasing from us? And what's one thing that nearly stopped you from buying from us? Now you're ready to move on to step 3, your script and artwork. When formulating a successful script, the most important thing is that you strike the right factual emotional balance for your particular audience and purpose. In most cases, storytelling that generates emotion tends to work better than dry factual videos that overload the viewer with information. This is because we've two systems in our brain that help us make decisions. System 1 handles our basic emotions, fear, happiness, anger, and makes the majority of our day-to-day decisions because it uses up less energy. Whereas System 2 deals with rational, well-thought-out decisions. But Because it uses up so much energy, we usually save it for situations where it's really needed. However, the factual side can also be important. This is especially true when it comes to higher risk or higher cost investments. If that's the case for you, you should write a script that has more of an equal balance between emotional and factual. Stick around, and later in this video, I'll teach you exactly how to generate a strong emotional response in the viewer, and how one small script writing framework can instantly get you writing scripts that boost your audience engagement and retention. With your script done, you can now choose the perfect style for your explainer video. Generally speaking, there are two explainer video styles. They are animation and live action. Live action is anything filmed in real life, or basically everything that isn't animation. And of the two, animation usually has the cheaper production cost, but live action can, in certain cases, be the better choice. It all depends on what it is you need. Step 4, producing your video. The production stage has steps all of its own. The first is your storyboard. Here, the art team visualizes the script by drawing out multiple sketches for each scene or sentence. Then, the strongest concepts are chosen and arranged alongside the script in the order that they all appear on screen. Next, the voiceover is recorded. This only applies if you've chosen to use animation or if you're making a live action video where someone is speaking off screen. The voiceover artist performs the script and the recording is later edited together with the video. If you decided to make an animated explainer video, a graphic designer and illustrator will now start designing all of its graphics elements like characters and detail and color. Alternatively, if it's a live action shoot, you'll be more focused on casting actors and all of that fun stuff. During the production stage, the animators animate and the film crews films. Simple. And before publishing your explainer video, sound effects and music are added to enhance its overall impact. If you don't have the budget to hire a professional company to produce your video, you could consider producing an animated explainer video yourself using a software tool. Some of the best tools currently on the market are Powtoon, Video, Animaker, and beyond. After watching, head over to their sites to see if the DIY approach is right for you. Step 5, activation. After publishing your explainer video, you want to promote and encourage people to play it as much as possible. The design of web pages where it will be added and its thumbnail design play a huge role in this. So let's start with your thumbnail. A thumbnail is a still image visitors or browsers see before playing your video, like the image of me before you played this video. The best thing to do is to test multiple different thumbnails to find the design that gets you the greatest play rate. That said, thumbnail studies have shown that by following a couple of simple guidelines, you can, in most cases, get some positive results. For instance, more upbeat and vibrant colors tend to get higher play rates than duller ones, as do emotive human faces making eye contact with the camera. And including a few words of text, preferably 4 or under, that gives the video context can also be good, especially on external video platforms where there's a lot of competition. Now on to the design of the website landing page that hosts your video. Again, the design of the web page should be tested to see what works best for you. But here are my top guidelines that, generally speaking, tend to encourage more plays. Using subtle visual cues like a hand pointing towards the video or a person looking at it to subconsciously draw the visitor's attention towards it. And including call to actions that encourage people to 1, watch the video, and 2, do whatever its goal is. This could be click a free trial, for example. Now that you've got a good understanding of how to produce and explain the video in the right way, here are my top 10 overlooked tips to set yours apart from the competition. Tip 1, testing. Most people publish their new explainer video and leave it at that. A huge mistake, because testing the impact of your video and optimizing it accordingly is one of the most important parts of the whole process. Even if it has surpassed your goals, you still don't know if it's reached optimum performance. So here, you'll use some of the techniques from the research stage, namely Google Analytics and heat map tools, to A/B split test various factors and uncover any areas of improvement. A/B split testing is a simple concept. You make more than one version of something and test each version separately to see which one works best. But knowing what to A/B test and how to optimize them is a bit trickier. There are 3 areas you can A/B test in order to improve the performance of your video. The first is your thumbnail, as I mentioned earlier. When testing various versions of your thumbnail design, you should focus on the play rate each one achieves, as this is their main purpose. Next, you guessed it, you should test your landing page design. Its goal is also to encourage video plays, but it has the additional function of getting as many visitors as possible to follow your landing page call to actions. So test the video's location on the landing page, any accompanying texts and call to actions, as well as its general design, like color scheme, or if it's too cluttered, for instance. And finally, the video content itself. This is the most expensive and time-consuming bit to optimize. Its goal is to maximize your viewer engagement and to compel them to follow the video's call to action. Here, I suggest using a video hosting provider like Wistia, a valuable tool for testing important engagement factors such as what percentage of people watch before turning away. With it, you will conclusively know how good or bad it's performing. For instance, you might find that it's too long to hold their attention. So you can then optimize it by making it shorter and repeating the process over. Eventually, this will lead to the most effective combination possible for your explainer video. And you can transfer all you've learned onto your future videos.
Tip 2. CTAs.
If you haven't figured it out by now, call to actions are requests to your viewers to take some form of action. Things like claim your free trial, subscribe here, buy now, or donate. So every one of your marketing video scripts, not just your explainer videos, should include a CTA that's designed for a specific goal. Generally speaking, explainer video CTAs are usually added at the end, but that's not necessarily a strict rule, as achieving your end goal is your #1 priority. Maybe incorporating them cleverly into the body of the video could work better for you. And don't forget about your landing page CTAs either. As with every aspect of your explainer video, it's vital to test multiple CTAs variants to find out what works best. With all that said, here are my top guidelines that we find generally work best. Make them as easy to understand and follow as possible. For that reason, I recommend having 1 CTA per explainer video. Make them short and to the point, avoiding sales pitches that turn people off. Don't lead into your CTA with a conclusion or a video summary signaling the end of the video, as people are likely to turn away before even seeing it. Always articulate the benefits of following your CTA. They can be things like to learn more, for your free trial, or keep up to date with the latest news. Avoid being generic and make your CTA a unique reflection of your personality. It will boost its performance by separating you from the competition and maybe even put a smile on the viewer's face. And finally, use power words that encourage conversions. Examples of these include free, instant, best, proven, guaranteed, quality. Tip 3, length. When it comes to the length of your explainer videos, the ultimate goal is to make them as long as they need to be, in order to best serve the information you want them to convey. There's been extensive research done into explainer video length versus engagement, and here are its main conclusions. Viewer attention begins to wane after 2 minutes, so unless it's absolutely necessary for you, I suggest keeping them shorter than this. If a viewer stays for 6 minutes, they're likely to stay for 12. So if your video happens to be 6 minutes or longer, and you're worried that any longer it would be too much, there's no need. Beyond 12 minutes, you should really consider breaking it down into multiple videos. Tip 4, the cost to return of investment fallacy. It's incorrect to assume that investing in higher production value and expensive art styles will equate to a higher return of investment. In fact, these things can often have a negative impact on your return on investment. When creating an explainer video, it's far more important to focus on its messages and how it resonates with your audience. This is because an excessive focus on aesthetics can end up as a big distraction that takes you away from the purpose of the project, or lead to enormous additional costs when testing and optimizing the content, making it a demotivating experience after putting so much effort into perfecting the aesthetics. Delay the project deadline due to the longer production time. And make it harder to scale. For instance, when your first video is a success, you might want to make more explainer videos for your other products or services in the same style. This will cost a lot more if you opt for more costly visuals. Tip 5, the features versus benefits fallacy. Investing in aesthetics for a large ROI is not the only video marketing misconception you'll come across time and again. Another is that you should always focus on the benefits and not the features. While this does somewhat apply, it's by no stretch universal. The reality is that in most cases, if you only state the benefits of your offering and not the features themselves, people just aren't going to believe you. It can sound like you're making empty claims. It's all about finding the perfect balance for your specific situation. Tip 6, emotional journey. To ensure your video connects on an emotional level with your audience, you're going to want to write a script with a strong emotional journey. How is this achieved? Well, luckily, before getting to your script, you should already have the first part done, getting to know your target audience. In it, explain whatever it is you're explaining in a way that correctly represents them and relates to their daily lives, which leads me on nicely to structure. A simple yet universally appealing story structure is to show a character overcoming a problem that improves their lives in some way. So, what are the main problems your product or service solves? And what are those key objections stopping your website visitors from purchasing it? With these answers, you can start building up the key components of the story around your explainer video message. Your relatable character, a problem they face, them discovering your offering in a way that quells those key objections, them reaping the benefits of your offering in their lives. One final point to bear in mind when writing your script is to not make your story too specific. This will only make your explainer video appeal to certain people within your target audience. The key is to make it abstract enough so that all your target audience can place themselves in it. Tip 7, narrative voice. When hiring a video narrator or voiceover artist, you should choose someone who portrays the ethos of your brand. This is important to mention because a lot of the time, businesses just go with the first person they like, putting no real thought into the decision. But the voice of your explainer video is such a key factor for making it relatable and impactful with your customers. For instance, if you sell women's clothing, probably best not to have an elderly male voiceover artist, unless of course you have a very good reason. Your audience research here will come in handy. Are there any clear demographic groups among them? Choose someone that speaks to them. Tip 8, nose, body, tail. When writing your script, one very useful model to be aware of is the nose, body, tail framework. The nose being the first 2% of your explainer video, the body being 96%, and the tail the final 2%. Studies show that you need to hook your audience in the nose or they'll turn away. So get right to the point instead of giving a long introduction or a bunch of unnecessary background information. And always aim to start with something that will immediately grab your viewer's attention. If they stop watching your explainer video during the body, they're likely to avoid watching your videos in the future. So make sure you don't have loads of boring filler. Instead, pack it full of humorous, shocking, heartwarming, or informative content where appropriate. The tail is important because it's usually where your call to action is. So to keep people watching that long, avoid any summaries, recaps, music changes, logo sequences, or anything that would signal the end of the video is near. Tip 9, pattern interrupts. During the body of your explainer video, a powerful way to improve engagement and keep people watching throughout are video pattern interrupts. The concept is simple. Instead of your videos being one long scene, switch it up with different camera angles, visuals, narrators, locations, interludes, or music. You are virtually guaranteed to produce a more interesting viewing experience, and the results will tell. Tip 10, less is more. A common mistake we've consistently encountered is people trying to fit too many messages into one explainer video. This has a dual negative effect on diluting the messages and making them difficult to follow by overcomplicating the video. So if you've multiple messages or goals that are absolutely necessary to convey with an explainer video, consider creating multiple shorter explainer videos. After all, different messages are bound to work better on different landing pages. So that's everything there is to know about creating a winning explainer video. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We really do appreciate it, and it inspires us to keep creating content for you. If you need help creating the perfect explainer video for your business, you can also get in touch here at Spill by requesting a free consultation on our website.